Hey,
Hi, Josh. How are you?
good. Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, today is it's been a nice day. I did an hour meditation earlier and in preparation and
Awesome.
yeah, I've been taking some supplements and doing a lot of journaling and just preparing.
Just a little bit about how this goes. Um, I always like to tell people, so in your past life regression, we're going into your subconscious mind. So you have your conscious mind, which is your analytical mind. This is your day to day mind that's making all your decisions. It's your filter for all the information that's coming in. It's how you make sense of the world for you. So it's your critical and analytical mind. And your subconscious mind, when you enter your subconscious mind, you're entering a realm a lot like dreamland. You know, when you're dreaming, it's your subconscious mind showing you signs, symbols, emotions, colors, visions, things like that, that are not logical, they're not analytical. So, the best way for this to work is if you let your critical mind take a break, and that's what we do with hypnosis, we kind of relax and distract your critical mind. We're kind of like, hey, critical mind, something shiny over here, look over here, look over here. Um, and really like shutting down that filter so that the subconscious mind can come forward and bring forth symbols and feelings and visions and all of that. And we just allow that to happen. And don't judge it. Don't try to analyze it. Don't try to think logically about it because it won't make sense. And then after the experience is over, then that's when you and I will process. And that's when the therapy tool comes in. We'll talk about it and we'll analyze it and we'll process it. So it works best if it's done in that manner. I don't know. Are you
Okay.
creative at all? Do you do anything creative?
I used to be a lot more creative in high school, but I like piano and guitar and
Yeah.
choir,
Nice.
painting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So,
But I am getting back into those things. Yeah. So,
perfect. When you're
yeah.
painting or really doing anything creative and you're in that creative flow, the thing that blocks that creative flow is when you start to analyze and edit and critique what you're doing. It's the same thing in this world. You kind of just have to
Yeah.
let go, be in the realm of imagination and flow and just let whatever wants to come forth. And then later we can go back in and think about all of these things. So, you had mentioned in the comments that you're experiencing pain in your chest,
Hmm.
and you kind of want to explore that pain in chest.
Yeah, and that's
Huh.
because I've gone to doctors and I've gotten X-rays and CT scans, and they haven't really found any medical model reason why I should be having those chest pains.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm open to trying new routes and trying holistic approaches. I'm also seeing a chiropractor, and that's helping.
Oh, that's
Um,
great. What is the chest
yeah,
pain like? Can you describe it for me?
yeah, it's right here on the right side of my chest, and there's
Mhm.
this little bump here as well. But it's like a kind of like a squeezing sensation, and then it kind of radiates down my shoulder, and I get headaches as well on the right side of my head. Um, yeah,
Okay. So that is definitely something that we can be open to receiving insight about. Um, there's no real guarantees that we're going to get any insight on that, but it's just nice to be open and see what comes up. And very often in these sessions, my clients do receive a lot of insight or just being in this realm and kind of resolving these past issues are just very, very healing in and of themselves.
mhm.
Is there anything else that you had questions about or wanted to explore?
Um, I guess kind of one question because I told you this before, but I do watch Alba Weinman's videos.
Yeah, yeah, love
I really
her.
like her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just watched one a couple days ago, but which actually made me book the session with you,
Cool.
and it was actually kind of funny because I was watching a video and I paused and I was like, I'm just gonna do it now. And I typed out the text and it was 11:11, which
Oh,
like
nice.
yeah, which I see a lot every day. Um, but where was I going with this? I guess my question in one of her videos,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of visualizations and a lot of, it seems like a lot of the clients see things very vividly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if that's something, uh, I guess I'm not sure. Will I actually see visualizations, or is it more of just letting my mind? This. Do you
That's a
understand what I'm saying?
yes, yes, that's a great question. So, I have a couple exercises for you. So, close your eyes, and I just want you to imagine a nice, big, bright, shiny apple. And however this apple appears to you, try to see it in as much detail as you possibly can. And just take a moment and visualize that for me. Good. And open your eyes. And what did you see?
It's a green apple that was kind of shimmering against the black backdrop. Yeah.
That's what it'll look like. That's your
Okay.
mind's eye. It's that
Yeah.
simple. If you ever go to, I don't know if you've ever been to psychics or mediums or anything like this, but when they do psychic connection and you view with your mind's eye, that's what it looks like. It just looks
Hmm.
like your imagination. It's pretty crazy. Some people are less visual, they're more auditory or kinesthetic. So instead of getting really strong visuals, you might hear things, which again, um, it sounds so in your head, say to yourself, um, my name is Josh.
Yeah.
That's what it
I
sounds
can hear
like.
it. Yeah.
That's what it
Hmm.
sounds like. It sounds like your voice. So you might hear things, you might see things, you might feel things like physically in your body or emotionally. It just depends on which kind of communication style is strongest for you. And it's different for everyone. So that'll just be something to discover. And be there now, land in the scene, and just relax. Mentally relaxing as you let your senses start to pick up on information. You can see the scene start to come before you now, focusing and looking down at your feet. What do your feet look like? Are you barefoot or wearing shoes?
Wearing armor.
Armor. Can you describe to me what this armor looks like?
It's steel or silver.
Mm.
Pointed shoes.
And how does this armor feel?
Heavy, but good.
Mm. Now, noticing, is there any sort of emblem or color on the armor?
See white with a red cross.
Are there any words?
No.
Good. Now, noticing your hands, are you holding anything?
No.
Good. Now, starting to let this scene come up before you, looking around, what do you notice?
I'm near some type of medieval castle or fortress or city.
Are you alone or with someone?
There's one other person,
And who are they?
a friend, fellow soldier.
Do you know their name?
Isaac.
And what is your name?
Josh.
Josh. Good. Josh, what country are you in?
France.
And what year is it?
1427.
Good. And what are you doing right now?
Just standing guard.
Have you been there long?
Sun's going down. Been here for at least hours.
And what is your mission?
Protect.
And how do you feel about this?
Feel proud to fulfill a duty.
Good. How do you feel about France?
I love it.
Good. Now, Josh, how old are you?
27.
Good. And what is your title?
Squire.
Good. Do you like being a squire?
I don't dislike it.
What are your duties?
I'm helping the king.
And what are you helping the king with?
I'm helping the King of England to collect information.
What kind of information?
Information about movements of troops.
So you work for the King of England?
Yes.
And how do you feel about that?
Indifferent.
Indifferent. Good. Now, Josh, why are you here in this moment with Isaac?
to show that we have a long history together.
What is your history with Isaac?
He's my brother today.
So how do you feel about Isaac now?
Grateful.
And what are you two doing now?
In 1427,
Yes.
there's a carriage coming down the path. We're standing guard. And we are collecting information from someone inside the carriage.
Was this a significant person?
He's with us. He's from England. He's in plain clothes.
Good. Now, as Josh in 1427, what is it like to be you?
Feels good. I'm in a position to help my countrymen. I am trusted. I'm strong. And my information is serving a great cause.
What is the cause?
Helping pass secrets and the secrets are important to everyone on the planet.
What are they?
I'm not in a position to look at them.
If you could, can you see the paper in front of you?
Yes.
Do you feel like you could open it?
Yes.
Now, if you feel that it is right, go ahead and open the paper. Can you see what it says?
that it is a document. It's a document. I see the image of a soldier painted onto the document. And I also see that it is an ancient Christian text.
And what does it say?
It's a Gnostic text. It's an ancient Christian text speaking of Jesus and his mission on earth.
And what is that?
That humanity is included in the Trinity, and that we're all sons of God.
Hmm. And how does Josh feel about this?
I believe it, and I am proud to be helping with this cause.
Good. Is there anything else on this document that you see that is important?
No.
Good. Now, being present in the scene with Isaac outside of the castle and the fortress, what is happening now? Is there any significant impressions that you need to gather from this scene?
The Crown and the Church are fighting against this movement, and they are slaughtering people that I know.
Hmm. And how does Josh feel about that?
Angry at the injustice and the censorship.
Do these feelings help inform his mission?
Yes.
Okay. And what do you see now?
I am watching nightfall in the castle.
Good. Now focusing on the life of Josh. What is Josh learning in this life?
He is learning to love and open his heart chakra more fully, to trust.
Is he married? Does he have a family?
No.
How
In his
did?
future, yes.
Mm-hmm. Good. Now, observing any last impressions that you might need from this scene as you just let it slowly start to dissolve before you. We are going to move forward now to a very significant scene, a very significant time in Josh's life. Forward so that he can perceive and understand this life of Josh on a deeper level. When I count from 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Be there now. Land in that scene and relax. Now looking down and concentrating on your feet. What do they look like?
I'm wearing sandals, leather sandals.
And moving up the body, what clothes are you wearing?
Just a white tunic, full body tunic.
Good. Now noticing your hands. Are you holding anything?
No.
Now starting to notice your hair, eyes, and features. What color is your hair?
It's brown.
And what does it look like?
It's curly, mid-length.
And what color is your skin?
Olive.
What color are your eyes?
Brown.
Good. Now, how old is Josh in this scene?
33.
Good. Now, starting to look around you, describe where you are.
A hut on the second floor, second story.
What is this hut?
It's my home.
And what does it look like?
There's a sleeping pad. There's a wooden chair with a table.
Mm.
There's a open window.
What do the walls look like?
They're mud-colored, dried mud-colored, so light brown.
Is this a small or large hut?
It's small. 2 rooms.
Who lives here besides you?
My wife and I.
And are you alone? Are you with anyone?
She's here.
Can you describe her? What does she look like?
She is also wearing a white tunic with a red sash. Her hair's covered.
What color is her skin?
Olive like mine.
And what color are her eyes?
Green.
What is her name?
Sarah.
Good. And how do you feel about Sarah?
I feel like I've let her down. I feel sad.
Why did you let her down? What happened?
I betrayed her trust and I was being unfaithful.
How does Sarah feel right now?
She won't look at me.
So, what is happening? What are you doing?
I'm sitting across the room asking for forgiveness, for a second chance, and realizing my errors. And she's in disbelief. She can't believe it, and she has a knife.
So let this scene play out, whatever events need to happen, and describe to me what is happening as it goes along.
I'm crying and realizing how much I love her. She's crying, but still won't look at me. I can see that she very vengeful
Hmm.
and hurt, incredibly hurt. And she does run at me, and she does stab me in the chest.
Hmm. And then what happens? Do you die?
Yes.
Now, as you are dying, what is Sarah doing? How does she feel?
She's sobbing and shaking and praying.
And what are your last thoughts as you die?
I'm sorry.
And how does it feel to die as Josh?
It's painful. It feels unnecessary. But it's a release in the end.
Hmm. So, taking your last breath and moving through death now, moving through this transition. You've been this way many times before on your journey. Free of the body, and your spirit moves to a place where you're from. Now go through the process of moving up and out of your body. You'll find yourself moving through the tunnel, going straight into the spirit world, floating up naturally, easily, and effortlessly, like you've done so many times before. The circle of light growing wider until you are completely out of the tunnel, where you will be taken to a place of rest and rejuvenation. Now going straight into the spirit world, floating up naturally, easily, and effortlessly, where you'll find your spirit guide waiting for you. Now just relax completely and let your impressions come through easily as you continue to report back exactly what's happening to you. When your guide appears to you, let me know.
I see him.
Good. And how does your guide appear to you?
Blonde hair, white robe, full of love.
Good. Now take a moment to just accept and receive that love, feeling completely deserving of everything your guide is here to give and to show you. You are here to reflect and to heal on this life as Josh, to release and let go any residual energy you might have held on to from that previous life. Now, looking at your guide, what is their name?
Gabriel.
Gabriel? Good. Ask your guide to take you to a place of rest and rejuvenation now. This can be like showers of colored light that wash over you, or whatever you need to help you cleanse yourself from any residual heaviness you may have experienced in your life just lived. Feel yourself being cleansed from those experiences now, with this beautiful healing light washing over you. Taking your time with this and just letting me know whenever it's finished.
Let's finish.
Good. Now ask your guide to take you to a place where you can review this life as Josh. Now, what was the reason or the purpose of that life?
To teach me that I'm stronger with a woman. Being faithful is important. An investment is what will bind that strength.
Good. Now, why did you choose this life as Josh?
To learn this lesson in a deeper manner and to prepare for when I do meet half.
Good. Asking your guide now if they can show you a message or a symbol of how you will know when you meet your other half. What will that be like?
I'll feel like the heavens are opening up, and I'll feel lighter, and I will see light in her.
Good. Now, how did you grow in this time and place?
I learned that it's a part of me that's always looking for greener grasses on the other side. And my lesson was that actually greener grasses are right here when you invest in them.
Good. Now, was anything left uncompleted in your life as Josh?
I was supposed to have kids.
Hmm. Do you feel that that was completed in any other life, or that has yet to be completed?
It has been done before.
Good. Now, asking your guide, is that something that you can expect to happen again?
Yes.
With the same souls or different souls?
With a new soul.
Good. Now, what made you the happiest in this life as Josh?
Living simply and falling in love.
Good. Are these ideals that you can bring forth into your current life?
Yes.
Good. Now, what special talents or abilities did you possess in your life as Josh?
I I joked a lot. I had a light heart and spread joy.
Good. What specifically is important for you to bring forward from that life that can help you in your current life?
Mm. That life serves as a reminder not to get too far away from that childlike joy.
Good. Now, what can you release from that life that is holding you back in your current life?
I can let go of the shame of treating a partner badly.
Good. Now, taking a moment to do a body scan, feeling into any space or place that you feel that you're holding any residual physical energy or tension from that life. Just scanning the body and noticing if there are any places that you need healing or anything you can release. And then asking your guide to come in and step forward and touch you in that place and provide for you the healing and the release of a lesson learned and integrated, and a lesson of forgiveness of yourself. Ask your guide to touch you and release any tense energy in your body and receive the healing and forgiveness. And to remind you that help is always available. Opening a channel with your guides is always available. Good. Now ask your guide to show you a symbol, an image, a message, or an energy download that you will understand related to this experience today that you can look back on if any time you need help or a reminder of the lessons you learned or the healing that you received. And whenever you have this message, just let me know.
I do.
Good. What is the message?
The Star of David, and the knowledge that the star is composed of two triangles, one facing down, one facing up, and it's masculine and feminine energy holding together everything.
Good. And do you have the knowledge of how you can use this to benefit your current life?
Yes.
Good. Now, looking into the eyes of those you've seen and loved, those who were special to you in this life just lived, share with them any messages that are in your heart. Listen quietly to the messages they have for you. Make the connections to your life today. Send them forgiveness, or if you need to, ask them for forgiveness. And then release and let them go. And take your time, and whenever you're finished, let me know.
Wow.
Josh, you were Josh.
I am Josh.
And you were Josh in your life. How do you feel?
So relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
And just, yeah, full of purpose and meaning and reflection.
Wow. What a good feeling.
Yeah.
So how was that for you? Was it like you expected after watching the videos?
Similar, yeah. Sometimes I know you're supposed to go with the first thing that comes off,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes it's hard to know what the first thing was because you hear a couple things.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
But whatever thing you landed on, I would do that too. I would be like, wait, no, not that one, another one, another one. And, it's whichever one you pick is the one that was meant for you to hear or
hmm
see or feel.
hmm Yeah, I think the most vivid part
Uh-huh.
was definitely the calling in of the guides. That
Really?
was really vivid.
Mm, that was cool. How was that vivid for you? Was it visual, audio, feeling? Like, how did you experience that?
It was um, both like a bodily sensation as
Mm.
well as visual. Like as soon as you said, imagine your guide, like it just popped into my mind. And
Gabriel. You said Gabriel,
yeah,
right?
yeah, that
Have
name just popped into my head.
Yeah, that's so cool. Have you ever met your guide Gabriel before?
No.
No. Cool. And that is
Mm-mm.
something, I mean, you will always have Gabriel, and Gabriel is always with you. And that is a connection, a relationship that you can foster and go back to over and over again.
Yeah, even just you saying that Gabriel will always be with you, I felt like just light fill my body.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
So you were a knight in France, but you were an English knight, right?
yeah,
And you were a squire, so you were having this like super like cool mission to deliver secrets. So
yeah.
how is that when you were like, I can't open the document? I was like, well, we're gonna open the document, so you better get ready for it. How was that when
uh,
you were opening it and that message was appearing to you? Like, what was that experience like?
I didn't realize it at first, but I in my undergrad, in my history lessons, I'm a global studies major, and I emphasized in European history,
Mm,
and I spent a lot of time on um, the Gnostic traditions and just the different things that went on in France, and it was just so interesting to sort of feel like there was a reason I have ever been drawn to that, or have
mm.
ever put so much time and research into it, and then I just, yeah, felt that that was what that whole vision was about.
Wow. You know what's kind of crazy, kind of a coincidence here. So right before I started this session, I got this really cool book about the tarot and its origins, and really nobody knows where the tarot originated. There's a bunch of guesses, but one
Mm-hmm.
like the Gnostics have a lot to do with it. So I was right before the session, I was reading all about the very start of Gnosticism and how that all came about. And I have also been drawn to Gnosticism and thought it was just like the coolest thing. And I've been learning. I don't know a lot about it. Honestly, I've been learning a lot, but it's fascinating to me.
Yeah,
So that's pretty
very
cool.
fascinating.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mhm.
I didn't know that about the tarot.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, no one knows, but there's all these people think it's from has a lot of like parallels with Egyptian like cults, but like, Egyptian cults informed Gnosticism, and they all kind of
Mm-hmm.
inform each other. But so you Isaac, is your brother's name in real life Isaac?
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
And when you saw him, you just immediately knew that was your brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which is really cool.
That is pretty
Yeah, I'd
cool.
like teared up. I was like, oh my gosh.
Are you guys close in this lifetime?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very
Yeah.
close.
And you felt very close in that life as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Wow, that's great. Okay, so then married, stabbed in the chest by a vengeful wife. What was that
Mm-hmm.
experience like for you? How was that?
Um, yeah, it's really emotional.
Mm,
I yeah, I've had I don't I guess I've always had some like mixed feelings in relationships, and
mm,
can see it stemming from that. I'm also not sure if this was like a metaphysical or a metaphorical knife or a actual knife, but I
sure.
felt that visual.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it was just yeah, that was emotional.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could tell, but like I had tears running down
It
my
was,
face a little bit.
you were a little far away. I couldn't tell, but I could tell that
Yeah.
it was an emotional thing for you to go through. And honestly, while you were laying on the bed, I could see just all of this tension in your chest. And then by the end
Mm-hmm.
of the session, it seemed like you opened up a bit and while you were, sometimes I get like little messages and insights while I'm doing these things. And while we were going through that, the word guilt just kept coming into mind, and that this tension could have something to do with guilt. And then when you named that you felt like you could release the shame, guilt and shame are very close and
Hmm.
often closely kept in the chest and like held very tight. So that is always something that you can work on releasing, and that might help the pain that you have in your chest.
Yeah, I think so. That's
Mhm.
one reason I'm really drawn to the holistic side of things, because I mean, I'll meditate and then I can feel light drawing into my chest and I can feel things opening up,
Mm.
and I feel that release.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's great. Hopefully, this is just, another step on your healing journey. And, along the way, we just pick up all these little tools, little tools, little tools to help us, with our healing.
Hmm. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, do you have any other questions, comments, insights, any other thing from me?
Um, I don't think so. No. Yeah, I got a lot out of that, and I'm just very
Definitely.
thankful.
Yeah, this was very cool. I really enjoyed your story. That was really, really cool. So I just recommend do anything grounding. Like, I know it's really cold out today, so you can't go like walk barefoot, but I just recommend for people to like eat like something nourishing, like drink like a hot tea, really kind of like get grounded in your body, because these types of sessions can kind of make you just feel untethered a little bit.
Hmm.
So rest, drink a lot of water, um, journal. Like, journaling is so important after these sessions. Journaling tonight, tomorrow, and the next week or so, you're going to get insights, you're going to get hits, revelations. Like, these things are going to come and they're going to pop into your consciousness. So write them down. It's really important to do that. And then, yeah, if you have any questions or want to email me or anything like that, feel free. I'm always around.